Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sandsawks back yet again with another First Play. This time it's Shakes and Fidget. Hey, welcome to this edition of my First Plays, everyone, where we take a video game I've not yet played or seen much of and give you my very first 10 minutes and my initial reaction to that game. As mentioned previously, today's game is going to be Shakes and Fidget, and we'll be playing it on my PC via Steam. So I was browsing around this morning trying to find a game to play for my series, and Shakes and Fidget seemed to fit the bill pretty well. Taking a look at their website here real quick, you can see that it shows it's available on iOS and on Android through Google Play. And both show, according to their website, that they have very good reviews, about 4.5 stars. I wanted to corroborate that and did as such. iOS listed at 4.7, and Google listed at 4.7 as well over the course of 603,000 reviews. So people are liking the game. It's a trend we're seeing with the games we're playing here in this series, so that's good. If we hop over to the Steam store real quick, you can see this is what it looks like on their store page, and we're going to hop into it in just a moment. As full disclosure, because this series is intended to give you the very first 10 minutes of my gameplay, I already did this video once. I actually started it, and this is the second take. Once I got into the game world, which you'll see, I noticed I wasn't picking up music, and I didn't know if it was a technical thing on my side or if it was something with the game. Apparently this game doesn't have its own music, and that's something I wanted to keep if possible in these games that I'm doing. I want their music to be included. So obviously they don't have any, so you'll hear music throughout this video. I've added it post-production. I just wanted to make you aware of that. So let's go ahead and hop into the game real quick here. And we're going to play it in full screen mode. So you can see now it defaulted me to this character creation screen because I had already previously set up a character, and I'm going to be upfront with you again. I was already upset because it was a huge pain in the ass to go back and delete that character. I had to go through email validations and a bunch of garbage that I don't want to do, especially on well, this isn't a mobile game. It is. You can play it mobile. I'm playing it on the computer, but I can already tell you up front, this wasn't a game I wanted to hop right into it and do something quick and get out of it. It wasn't a short-term game. This seems like it's going to be more serious. Now, I've not done any gameplay at all. I've only gotten to the game world, which is right after the character creation screen, so we are giving you the first 10 minutes of gameplay. With that all said, what I'm going to do real quick is just hop over and start my timer, and now we can go into our character creation. So I want to pick a male, and I have 3 classes to choose from here, and I'm thinking I want to play the mage. I kind of like spellcasters, so we're going to do that. And over here on the right hand side, I see that I have several different races: human, elf, dwarf, gnome, orc, dark elf, I didn't see what that said, goblin, and demon. So it's kind of similar to World of Warcraft. Now, just looking at the avatars, I kind of like the dark elves, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to choose a random outfit. That one actually looks okay. I don't want to waste time customizing a character too much, but also, in case I do want to play this in the future, I do want it to be someone I would actually want to play. So the hair, let's see what we can get going on here. Now, even though I'm bald, I usually do that for my characters, but this is a fantasy game, so we'll keep with that. I kind of like this. I like that nose better, though. I don't like that round one. All right, eyebrows, mouth, extra. So that's probably that little tattoo on his head, which I like the one that was there. Yeah, let's keep the one that was there. So, all right, they gave me what I wanted. So that's good. So now I have to name it, and normally I would do random names just to get through this really quick, but again, because I've already been through this process of deleting this character so I could go through the character creation for you again, I know it's a pain in the ass, so I'm going to name him something I want to name my characters for these series. And it's going to be Slippin' Jimmy. Alright, let's see if we can make Slippin' Jimmy here. The new character will be saved to my Steam profile. Let's go. So this is where I got to previously when I started to notice, hey, there's no music here, right? So from this point on, I have not seen anything. So when we're looking at this here, it's overwhelming a little bit, actually, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, I'm going to tell you, I didn't notice this previously, but up here in this top left-hand corner, that's straight from World of Warcraft, right? Anyone that's played that knows the portal with the 2 guardians and the snake on the top. That's right out of their playbook. So, and even this tavern in the middle and stuff, all these buildings, they look very World of Warcrafts. So the game didn't give me any kind of tutorial. So there was nothing missed based on this being the second take of this video. Nothing popped up and said, hey, you know, go check this out, go do this. So I don't really know what to do here. I'll just kind of browse over these places. Let's go to the tavern and see what's going on here. Thirst for adventure. Let's see what happens if we talk to this orc guy. I hope you have balls, as my quests are not designed for weaklings. Take a look at what I have to offer, but if you are afraid, then just go away. Alright, so select a quest. Itsy Bitsy Spider. Alright, so I have a little gold. You have a little time. A new menace looms in Evernight Forest. I'm talking about a giant spider. Turn the beast into a bloody pulp. All clear? I believe so. We're going to accept that. So that's cool. Now, I don't know what the deal is here while we're wasting a minute. I don't know if it's loading or if it's trying to do some kind of pairing to put me into this with someone else. Or I'm sorry, put me into this quest with another player or something like that. We'll find out. Unfortunately, that kind of sucks for, you know, a series in which I'm trying to give you exactly 10 minutes of gameplay that we waste a minute loading. So that's disheartening. I'm feeling a little bit on the downside about this game because I think the graphics are actually they're right up my alley. I like the cartoonish but almost fantasy serious. Like it's a weird mixture because I really don't like anime, but I do like this heavy dark graphic novel art type looking deal. So I want more from the game. The no music thing's really critting me hard right now because this game, I feel like if it just had some music into it, would really be, you know, scratching my itch. So I don't know. We'll see what happens once we get in here. Hopefully there's at least sound effects music, or, you know, sound effects. All right, giant spider. And we're just, while we're doing this, I'm just flipping my headset just to make sure again that I didn't lose a connection with my headset because maybe there is sound effects music that I'm not hearing personally. All right, this bloody creature is knocked out and the audience is truly impressed by your heroic deed, even if it is only routine for you. Okay, so I have an option to save the fight. I don't know what that means, but I can see the stats between me and the spider. Alright, ready for adventures. Complete quest to gain gold and XP. Talk to the quest giver and the table and pick a quest. So, and my initial reaction right now is it's starting to look like it's almost like a wannabe World of Warcraft, but not open world, right? Like where you're in your hub, your city, and you just kind of play it that way. So, let's see what this guy has to say. Hush, be quiet. I hear that a spy is in the area. Anyway, I've got some super secret missions for you. Maybe you're interested. Alright, Cave of Legends. Let's do that. Do you have time for a great quest? Go to Magmaron. There might be a hidden cave. Anyway, no one really believes this. I want you to take a close look and draw a picture for me. Are you in? I accept. And it was my headset, at least because I'm getting clicking music. It's my personal headset. It's a special one that I bought that I really love, but if it's not getting a signal for a certain amount of time, it shuts off so it doesn't kill the battery. Alright, on the road. So at least that loaded quicker. Okay, yeah, so here's some sound effect music that I'm hearing for the first time, so I'm happy about that. Alright, you already fought against a dozen or such pets at once, and you always won, or let's say not that rarely. Okay. Alright, so that was very simple. I want to back out of this. Alright, so I'll click that to get back to my town view. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better about it. I mean, those were obviously really quick, easy things I didn't actually interact with other than clicking OK. So if that's the whole battle system, that would be disheartening. Let's see what some of these other things are. City Guard. Regular City Guard duties are both demanding and honorable. Of course, you will get paid for such hard work. Alright, so that looks like something it would actually physically make me do. Like I'd have to wait. Oh, I don't want to do that. So let's see. So, yeah, I can tell this sucks. This isn't a good game for this kind of video series where I'm giving you 10 minutes. Yeah, with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. But let's just take a look around here. You have a character screen where obviously you'll be able to equip items. So that's pretty cool. I like that about games. It's a common feature for RPGs. Magic shop. Not sure what you can do here. It looks like mushrooms are their currency. I got 10 mushrooms for validating my email, so something I didn't want to do, but I needed to so I could delete that original character. So a stable here. Welcome to my stables. I offer. So I don't know. Alright, sits up and begs and bites. Travel duration. Yeah, there's not a lot I can cover in 10 minutes in a game like this, unfortunately. Well, let's just browse down through here and see. They got guilds. Cancel that. Hall of Fame. So there are ranking, like this ranking number. I guess that has something to do with, obviously, with something that you play. I don't know, again, unfortunately, anything about it. Arena. Whom you gonna take on? Let's take on Viagra. Do you want to fight against Viagra level 1 in the arena? The first 10 fights of the day are special. For each victory, you are not only rewarded with honor and gold, but also experience. 10 remaining. Let's go ahead and do it. This is the most disheartening part about this. Damn. Well, he beat me. There's no interaction with the battle system. So if that's the case for all the battles, that's really not good. I'm not into games that do that. Like, I want to actually play the game. I don't want to tell you to go play the game for me. We'll do one more here. Well, I got my butt kicked by a level 1, so level 2s are going to definitely do it for me. Let's go back to the tavern. Maybe see what one of these guys have to say. Alright, drunk today, 0 out of 10. Maybe you should speak to one of those quest givers in front of you. Welcome, you want to play Teehee. Okay, so I only got 1 gold. We'll play a couple mushrooms here. How about 4? Place your bet. I cannot accept your mushrooms as you did not buy them from a reliable dealer. Okay. Don't know where I got them from. Let's go do some mud wrestling. Mud wrestling quest from this guy. Actually, what's big plans? Mysterious crystal, because that gives me an item. Yeah, see, I don't like... What the hell is the point of me waiting? It's a free-to-play game, so... I know they're going to try to get you to buy stuff. Like, I can skip that wait, probably, if I go buy stuff. So, big negative on that point. Again, the battle system's garbage. Man, it's disheartening. It really is. I know I keep saying that, but the graphics on the game are really good, and I wanted more of this. I thought it was going to be a cool game that I thought it was going to be like that MMO RPG kind of game. Obviously not full MMO, because you're stuck in your little hub instead of open world. Right, but I thought it was going to be like that replacement. Like, hey, I don't have time to sit down for 6 hours a day and grind and grind and grind. But here's a game where I can, get inside my hub and still have that kind of feeling of an RPG with a bunch of other players online and get involved. And it doesn't look like it's going to go down that alley. I mean, the battle system, I'm literally not. Once it loaded there, it just completely casted the spell on its own. I have not had any control or any say over any of that. And we're running out of time here, so that's not going to be good for us. Yeah. So I don't really know what else there is to do. We'll go back. We're in the tavern. Arena I already lost on, so I don't want to do that. And that'll wrap us up there. Yeah. So Shakes and Fidget. What do we say about it, right? Like, they put a lot of time into the art, in my opinion. I love it. I could sit here and read a good story with this kind of art if it was an illustrated or graphic novel. Looks great. The lack of music's definitely concerning. I don't like that. I feel like you need to have music in your game. Obviously, if people don't like it, they can turn it off. But to not have it, that kind of sucks too. There's no kind of tutorial or any like, hey, here's something to go do to get you started. Now, I was even telling my wife the other day, those games that force you to do tutorials when you've already played the game before drive me nuts. It should always be optional, like to skip a tutorial, but you should always have one to show your players, here's something to go do and how to do it, obviously. So not having that's definitely a negative. The battle system is obviously, from what I got to experience in 10 minutes, is a huge negative. I didn't interact. I went into a tavern, clicked a quest giver, accepted the quest I wanted, and literally did nothing until it got back to the quest giver. So no interaction there. So I guess the only good thing I can really say about the game, unfortunately, is that it's free, because if I had bought this, I would be asking for money back. Now, since it is free, I will probably spend a little bit more time on it just to give it its just due, to make sure that I'm not overlooking something or that it doesn't expand into the kind of game that I do want. But from what you get to experience in the first 10 minutes, it's a little bit off-putting from what you would expect by and again, my opinion, the great graphics and stuff. So there is that. I think that's all there really is to say about this video. I'm going to try to keep the post wrap-up a little bit shorter than what I usually do, so hopefully I don't keep you dragging on all these videos. But as always, if you like the video itself, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, feel free to give it that thumbs down. And as always as well, subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and we'll see you around next time.